The devil may offer you power with Kayanmata, but he always takes a piece of your soul in return. Once upon a time, there were two lovers who loved each other dearly. Their names were Halima and Bolu. For 6 years, they were inseparable. But Bolu betrayed her, left her broken and humiliated to marry another. And from the ashes of that heartbreak, Halima made a vow. He will feel what I felt. She vanished. When she returned, she was no longer Halima. She was Neha. A name whispered in fear and fascination. The queen of Kayanmata. And her revenge. It was just the beginning. After Neha took her revenge on Bolu, the story spread fast. People were talking about it everywhere, from the salons in Wus to the back alleys of Gorimpa, at bridal showers, and even at girls' hangouts. Did you hear? Bolu can't function anymore. His wife did something to him. No, they say the girl he dumped did it. She runs a Kayanmata business now. Her name is Neha. She became a legend. They called her the Queen of Kayanmata. She had the power to make lovers crawl and wives cry. She used her oils, charms, and voice to control people. But with all that power came one sacred rule. Do not use Kayanmata for love. It's for control, not for love. And for years, she obeyed that rule. She never fell in love. She never used her products on anyone. Then, one night, she met him. A man who didn't bend to her charms. A man who wasn't swayed by her power. A man who saw her for who she really was. It happened at the Hilton, at a private dinner gala. The room was filled with chandeliers, shining brightly, but this man didn't stand out with fancy clothes or flashy jewelry. He wore a simple kaftan and carried himself with a quiet confidence. When their eyes met, it only lasted a second. But that second was enough. He didn't look at her as a goddess, but as just a woman. Not someone to fear, but someone to know. Later that night, she found herself following him around, unsure why, but feeling like she had to. He turned to her and said, "You walk like you don't want anyone to know your heels hurt." She laughed. It was the first time she laughed genuinely in years, without trying to seduce or manipulate. "How did you know they hurt?" she asked. "Because beautiful doesn't mean comfortable," he replied. "It just means necessary." They talked for hours that night. About everything and nothing at all. There was no control, no manipulation. Just conversation. He didn't try to impress her. He didn't try to own her. He saw her for who she really was. His name was Malik. Lagos-born, Abuja-based. Calm, grounded. Nothing fazed him. He didn't obsess over her. He sent her books, left her voice notes of him singing off-key, and brought her food to her office. "Even witches need to eat," he joked. She rolled her eyes and called him annoying. But her heart was starting to melt. 6 months passed. Still no ring. No proposal. She tried to be patient, but the doubt started creeping in. What if he leaves me like Bolu did? What if he never proposes? What if another woman takes him from me? Her mother's words echoed in her mind, "You're too soft. Those Abuja girls you see winning come to Sokoto to buy Kayanmata and live with people's husbands." In that moment, Neha made a decision. She would use Kayanmata on Malik. That night, in her spiritual room, surrounded by lavender and sandalwood, Neha stared at her reflection. She felt cold. Powerful. But scared. Her hand reached for the bottle of Forever Hold, something she swore never to use. Not for love, she always said. Kayanmata bends wheels, but love should be free. But now, she was afraid. Afraid that love wasn't enough. Afraid that she wasn't enough. With trembling hands, she whispered, "Just a drop. To protect what's mine." The next morning, Malik kissed her forehead and said, "You're my calm, Neha." But something in his voice sounded different. By the next evening, he was texting her non-stop. By the morning after, he was obsessed. He printed her photos, scribbled love poems on the walls, and started worshipping her. "Let's run away. Just you and me. Forever," he whispered. His eyes were wide, unstable. Neha's heart pounded. What have I done? The Kayanmata had backfired. Instead of igniting love, she had chained it. Soon, the shadows came. Whispers in the dark. Women with broken hearts. A faceless woman brushing her hair in the mirror. Neha stopped sleeping. Stopped eating. Her assistants found her at 3 a.m., rocking back and forth before her altar, muttering, "Love is not to be touched. It burns. It burns." One day, she walked into a session topless, holding a plate of ashes. That was when they knew the queen of Kayanmata had gone mad. Neha called her mother in tears. When her mother arrived, she had to take Neha back to Sokoto. The woman was hallucinating, hearing voices telling her to run into the streets. Their last hope was Datijo, an ancient healer. At his shrine, she was a mess, tangled hair, wide eyes, lost. He looked at her and said, "You went too far." "I loved him," she sobbed. "I was afraid to lose him." "You turned your gift into poison," Datijo said. "Now, drink it." She drank from the black calabash. Bitter. Burning. She vomited blood, screamed until her voice broke. But slowly, the shadows faded. She went back to her mother's hut. News of her madness spread online. Queen of Kayanmata goes mad. Kayanmata seller loses her mind. The spellcaster has been spelled. She tried reaching Malik. His number was disconnected. His friends hadn't seen him in weeks. She wept. She had lost everything. But from the wreckage, Halima was born again. No more charms. No more potions. No more manipulation. She closed her shop, banned her spells, and started over. It wasn't easy. But it was freeing. She learned to sleep again. Laugh again. Breathe again, without fear, without control. Then, one quiet evening, weeks later. A knock at the door. She opened it. There stood Malik. Tall. Familiar. Holding white roses, and a small, simple ring. "I couldn't leave things the way we did," he said. "I don't want perfection. I want you. Just us. No power. No fear. Will you marry me?" Tears filled her eyes. I don't deserve this." He cupped her face gently. "Love isn't earned, Halima. It's given. Freely. And I give mine to you." Her heart, once bound by spells and fear, opened. "Yes," she whispered, voice trembling. "Yes, I will marry you." The story of Neha teaches us a powerful lesson about the consequences of allowing our feelings to rule us. Heartbreak can be a catalyst for change, but when we let it define our choices, we risk making decisions that will only bring us deeper pain. Halima's journey shows how, in our darkest moments, the desire for control or revenge can distort our sense of self and cloud our judgment. We also learn the critical importance of being discerning with the advice we receive, no matter the source. Neha was swayed by her mother's words, but not all counsel is wise. Advice based on fear and past pain may lead us astray, and it's essential to sift through it carefully before acting on it. Holding on to the past, especially past hurts, can trap us in a cycle of self-doubt and destruction. Halima's obsession with what happened with Bolu made her miss the chance for true love. By clinging to old wounds, she nearly lost her chance at happiness. True healing comes from allowing ourselves the space to grieve, learn, and grow. The love we desire will never come when we are still buried in the ruins of our past. When we let ourselves heal, we open the door to attracting the kind of love that is unconditional, real, and free from manipulation. Finally, Kayanmata, the manipulation of love and emotions, is a dangerous path. What the devil offers may seem sweet at first, but it always comes with a heavy price. True love is never about control, it is about freedom, respect, and mutual understanding. The consequences of seeking shortcuts through dark forces are far greater than we can imagine. This story serves as a reminder that no matter how deep our pain, our choices define our future. When we let go of the past, guard our hearts against manipulative advice, and seek healing, we make space for the real, genuine love we deserve. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to share this story with someone who might need to hear it. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join our journey of real, unfiltered stories. Until next time, Bye for now.